Hi everyone, hello Wargamers.
Hello.
We're sitting here at Adepticon, and we just got to the tail end of a painting class that you're doing here with a series of classes, right?
Yes, it was the third one we did over the course of the event.
And tell us a little bit about that. What were you guys doing with that class?
Well, it was really cool. We couldn't advertise what exactly we were doing beforehand because we hadn't announced yet the Caradron Overlords for Age of Sigmar. And what
how about that?
Yeah. And what we were doing was showing people how to do an army painting method for one of the Arcanauts, which is their regular rank and file kind of troops.
Cool.
And so we were giving everybody one of them and showing them how we paint them in the studio for an army to quickly and get a really cool result.
So they got to buy the mini, then come in.
No, they got the mini.
They got the mini.
Yeah, we gave them the mini.
They take the mini.
One that's not out yet, which is really cool.
That's really
Glad
cool.
we could do that.
That's pretty cool. Of course, I love your videos. The first one that I watched and did was actually the Chaos Hellbrute. And it turned out fantastic thanks to your lovely instructions. So, it was very awesome.
Glad it helped.
Thank you, yeah. And so, Mike, I think you had a couple questions for Duncan as well. The Commissar is going to kind of come into the shot here.
So what was it that got you into painting miniatures in the first place?
Well, many years ago, my parents bought me a model kit set for Christmas. And you got three planes and some paints, and I just really enjoyed it because I'm quite creative, so I liked making them and painting these things. And from that point on, I was always doing these kits. And when I was 11, my dad and I were in a model shop looking at these things, and there was a Games Workshop pamphlet there. And I thought they looked pretty cool, and so he took me to Games Workshop, which I didn't know existed at that point. But then we bought a box of Warriors of the Imperium. That's what Space Marines in a plastic box was. He got me a pot of black paint, a pot of white paint, a fine detail brush, because obviously, if you paint with a fine detail brush, then everything's going to be amazing, right?
Of course.
So went home and started painting them, and I just got completely addicted to it. And so really my parents are responsible for it.
Oh,
I mean, that's fantastic. There's worse things you can be addicted to.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Painting, hobbying.
Yeah. That first miniature I painted, I've still got that one. It's on the Warhammer community site, actually, on the first ever model series that we did.
Oh, very cool.
He lives on top of my lamp at work at the moment as a reminder that everybody starts somewhere.
Very cool.
And anyone can learn.
I love it. That is true, yeah.
Out of all the miniatures from GW that you have painted, what is your favorite?
I think, it's a tough question that. I think Nurgle stuff is really fun to paint. So for our painting videos, I love doing the Putrid Blight King, and I really liked doing the Magath Lord August Demons Spew too. They look so cool. It's so easy to make them look horrific and get a cool result, but it's also really satisfying because you get a really cool looking miniature at the end without really much effort, I suppose.
Right.
But my personal favourite, I think, is the Imperial Knights. I really, really like them. I like the miniature. I like their background story. I like the heraldic colour schemes. It's all bright colours really appeal to me, so I love those.
That answer pleases me. I have to say those are probably my favorite models of
Excellent
everything.
choice. Excellent choice.
And I'm lighting up a Knight Crusader right now. It's kind of in a limbo state, but I'm
Yeah.
trying to light him up and finish him. And I just finished the Knight Magira.
Yeah.
And need to put decals on him, which actually, that's a good question. Just a personal question maybe, but I don't know what AdMech decals to find to put on a Knight Magira. Do you know where I would look for that?
What house are you doing?
I just kind of wanted to copy it exactly as it looked straight from the Forge World website.
Okay. In that case, Forge World will be the ones who sell the transfers for that.
Okay.
They'll have transfer sheets of all those kinds of things.
So they have separate AdMech transfer sheets, basically.
They have they have various AdMech ones. Their transfers would have been drawn from those in some way or another. They've got various sheets they tend to pick from all over the place.
Okay.
From the Citadel transfer sheets, they will fit, but not in the places that they're originally designed to fit.
Okay.
So things like the wing designs that you have on an Imperial house.
Gotcha.
The ones that would go on the ankle plates will fit on the shoulder plates of those ones. So
I tried to do that, and I'm like, I'm going to mess this up. It didn't fit quite right.
Oh, they do fit. It takes a little bit of moving around, a little bit of
probably just me.
But it does happen because I've done a Night Lancer, you see, which I did as part of my house.
Okay,
So
very cool.
I had to work out which parts would fit where.
Gotcha.
It can be done.
So my last, more of a personal-ish question. Do you play 40K?
Yes.
And what army?
Houses of Knights.
Oh, really?
Lots of
Knights.
Knights
So
in
you
a
don't
big
do
house.
anything else but Knights?
Well, no, I have quite a few. Over the years, I've collected a lot of armies. I've had Blood Ravens, I've done a bit of Black Templars, I've done some Eldar. My main army is Imperial Knights now, which aren't just Knights. I have, in total, I've got 7 of them, but I don't use them all at the same time. I vary which class I'm using. And the rest of the army is made up of a few Skitarii units, which are the Sacristan's Guard. And Sacristan's made out of Enginecy is what I use them. And then the rest is the House Militia, which I make out of the Genestealer cults, the Neophytes, the Is it the on these ships? I get the two.
I think so.
These are more humanoid ones. I use the spare heads from the Skitarii because they're all Rangers, so I've got Vanguard helmets on them. Looks like mining helmets, so they're kind of mining crew. My house is, well, House Griffith is a mining world, so it's like as if it's just the peasants on that world, armed with an autogun, and I use Imperial Guard rules, for all the Astron times, just like that codex, use that stuff. But I also have Death Corps of Krieg, and I've also got, I'm working on Adeptus Custodes at the moment.
He actually, nice. I think didn't you paint some of your Steel Legion guys like the Death Corps?
I started playing back in '99 when the Steel Legion first came out. And back in those days, that was before Forge World came out with the Krieg models. Yes. And what I did was I wanted to play as Krieg and back in the day, and I painted skulls on everybody's masks.
That works nicely. Yeah.
So that's the way
that's really cool. Lots of fun to use as well.
And again, with red coats, with brown gloves and boots.
So they look very ornate.
Yes, very.
I like the missions you can play where you have the marker that you've got to catch, and so you're just going over the top and going in waves to try and catch it. That's very Death Corps. Yeah.
So if it is, and I haven't actually checked that channel as of recent, but can we expect to see some like terrain painting for the recently released stuff that's coming out, tutorials for that sort of a thing?
At the moment, our schedule's really, really full with things like events like this, and so we're trying to fit in as best we can things that we have time for.
Right.
If people want to see things like, if they really want to see something that we've not covered, what you can do is put a request for our daily video for it. The way to do that is to go on to Warhammer TV's Facebook page and to look for the most recent daily video that's on there and just write in the comments what you'd like to see.
Excellent.
And then I'll add it to our list of things to do and we can cover it there. So painting the scenery is absolutely something we can fit in there if you don't see a full video for the thing you want.
All right, fantastic. Well, Duncan Rhodes, thank you very much for talking with us.
Absolute pleasure.
Thanks for watching, everyone. And,
absolute pleasure. Yes,
we'll see you guys again in a bit.
Thanks for following us. We really appreciate it. You guys are amazing. Thank you.
Yep.